What's up, fifth graders? It's Mr. Rindo with this week's review with Rindo. So we got a sentence on the board, and it says, Mr. Rindo biked 69/5 miles after work. Now, that probably sounded really, really odd, and the reason it sounds odd is because we know that that fraction is improper. So I'm going to write down that fraction, 69/5, okay? Now, the reason we call that improper is because we would never actually use an improper fraction to describe how many miles I biked. You guys would want to know how many whole miles I biked and then maybe what fractions left over. So essentially, that's what we need to do. We need to take this improper fraction and we actually need to find out how many whole miles are there in this. So what we know is that the easiest way to do that would be to take 69/5 and split it up into as many groups of 5/5 as we can, because every group of 5/5 would be a whole mile. So I could do that with a picture. I could go ahead and say, okay, let's make one group of 5/5, and then that would leave us with 64/5. And then I could go ahead and I can make another group of 5/5, and then that's going to leave us with 59/5. And I could go ahead and just keep making groups of 5/5 until we don't have any fifths left, or until we don't have enough to make another group of 5/5. But then at that point, we would then see how many whole miles there are in 69/5. So here's what you're all thinking. You're thinking, man, that's not efficient. That's not a good idea. But essentially, that's what we need to do. We need to take 69/5 and split them up into as many groups of 5/5 as we can, which is the same thing as division. So essentially, what we're going to do instead to speed up that process is that we are going to take the number 69 and we are going to divide it up into as many groups of 5 as we can, because every group of 5/5 will be one whole. So now that I've written it out like that, this can be a lot more efficient. I would start by doing 5 times 10. So if we start with 5 times 10, that means I'm going to be subtracting 50, and that's going to leave us with 19. And at that point, I can do 5 times 3, because 5 times 3 is 15, and when I subtract that, that leaves us with 4. So what do we see right now? We see that we don't have enough to put one more in each group, so we know that our answer would be 13 with a remainder of 4. But I'm not going to leave it as 13 remainder 4, because let's not forget what we were actually trying to find out. We were trying to find out what is 69/5 equivalent to. Well, now we know. We know that it's 13 wholes, and that remainder 4 is a remaining 4/5. Well, so there it is. Now we could go ahead and we could plug that number in and say, Mr. Rindo biked 13 4/5 miles after work. And that would make a lot more sense because we've renamed it as a mixed number instead of leaving it as improper. So let's take a look at our next one. A newborn baby weighs 56/9 pounds. No doctor in the history of baby delivering has ever said your baby weighs 56/9 pounds, because that's improper. So we know what we would have to do. We would have to take 56/9 and we have to split it up into as many groups of 9/9 as we can in order to find out how many whole pounds that baby actually is. So instead of using that picture, we'll go ahead and we will use division. We're going to take 56 and we're going to divide it into as many groups of 9 as we can. And this one actually should be simpler. If you know your multiplication facts, it's going to be a piece of cake. If you don't, you can still get it right. So let's pretend for a moment like, oh, I know 9 times 5. There we go. 9 times 5 is 45. And if I subtract that, that's going to leave me with 11. And I'm like, oh, I can still do one more. So 9 times 1 gives me 9. When I subtract 9 from 11, that leaves me with 2. So now we know that 2 is not enough to put one more in each group, which means our answer is 6 with the remainder of 2. But then let's bring it back to what we were really doing. We want to know, hey, what is 56/9 the same as? Well, it's the same thing as 6 wholes, and then we have the remaining 2/9 left over. So now we would say, hey, the baby weighs 6 2/9 pounds. That makes a lot more sense than saying it as 56/9. So essentially what we're getting at is that division can be used to quickly rename an improper fraction. Sometimes we can do it quickly in our heads because an improper fraction might not be that big, but sometimes we will end up with large improper fractions, and division's a quick way to go ahead and help us rename them. So really quickly, for 78 thirds, I'm going to divide 78 by 3. So I would start with 3 times 25. And if I do that, 3 times 25 is 75. When I subtract that, that leaves us with 3. And now I can actually go ahead and I can do one more. 3 times 1 equals 3. And what is that going to leave us with? Nothing. So I add this up, and we get 26. There's no remainder, which means that 78 thirds is actually the exact same thing as 26 wholes. One more, 88 sixths. If I want to know what is 88 sixths, I would have to split that up into as many group of 6 sixths as I can, which is the same thing as dividing by 6. So let's go ahead and let's do 6 times 10 to start. 6 times 10 is 60. I subtract that, leaves me with 28. Now I'm going to do 6 times 4, because 6 times 4 is 24. And when I subtract that, that leaves me with 4. And that 4 is going to be a remainder, because 4 is not enough to put one more in each group. So I'm going to go ahead and add my 10 and 4. That gives me 14. And I have a remainder of 4, which tells me that 88 sixths is the same thing as 14 wholes with 4 sixths left over. So I hope this is making sense a little bit. I'm hoping this feels like review. I'm hoping this is something you already kind of knew. But if you didn't, it's a quick reminder that anytime you end up with an improper fraction and you need to rename it as a mixed number, the division is a really quick way that can work pretty fluently for you to make that happen. So your work this week will be to go ahead and practice using division to rename improper fractions as mixed numbers. Good luck, and yeah, happy math, friends.